What is going on, YouTube? How's everyone doing on this lovely Monday night? This is Mike in the house coming at you live. I am live, and you always saw the thumbnail. You always saw the title. You know what it is. And I want to talk about this today because this has been like gnawing on my mind. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I want to touch on this subject is because I want to hear from you guys. Are you guys true physical media lovers? And you're probably wondering, what's your definition? What's my definition of a true physical media collector? Well, what's my definition? So I'm gonna break this down to you. You got people, you got all walks of life, right? Who's on YouTube and they're posting stuff on about best at Best Buy or at Walmart, at Target, and stuff like that. Even half price books. Those are like secondary, um, like secondary stores and stuff. To get physical media. You have places like Second and Charles. That's also a secondary store, and you have this replay, this traders. You have different types of secondhand stores. That collect. That sells physical media. Who buys physical media. So my definition of a physical media collector is a person or people, individuals who collect physical media don't really matter of what the condition is in. Now you're probably wondering, well, I want my stuff in prestige condition. Well, that's fine. That's fine and dandy. You know what I'm saying? But here's my thing. All right, so there's some controversy centering around the releases of Fargo coming to not coming to America, Trading Places and Scrooge. Those movies are first time out on 4K and they were slipcovers. Now, some other platforms, they expressed that there's some minor to like minor wear and tear on the slipcovers themselves. Like, there's an instance where um, Scrooge, for instance, they have like this. It's like a scratch on the black cover of it, and it's like a small scratch, and it's like you could see it, but then at the same time, it's like, well, maybe it's not so much as maybe it's the distributor that's doing this. You know what I mean? Maybe. But it's like, well, Best Buy shouldn't, and then there's people like Best Buy shouldn't be carrying this, because of this reason, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Trading Places, you have slip covers. The slip covers are dent, and then Fargo, there's a couple of dents on the side and stuff like that. Okay. There's now most of us wants our stuff in prestige condition, right? And which and I agree to an extent. We pay all this money from Best Buy, and it doesn't matter if it's Best Buy, Walmart, and stuff like that. We want our stuff like brand new, right? We want it as prestige as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want any like creases, and we just want it to be fresh out of the box, right? Now, there's some platforms that they do videos, include myself. They do, um, you know, out and about Best Buy videos. They show what was out this past Tuesday and stuff like that. What's coming out on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So, um, now it's one thing if you point out damaged slipcover, it's one thing if you point it out. Okay, if you point it out, okay, to the viewers, that's fine. But if you point it out, it's a such way as pointing it out. If you pointing it out to where you are warning people that want to buy this item, you could do that. That's a such thing. But here's the thing: don't make it a big whoop about, oh, don't get this because this is, look at this, this is damage, I won't get this, I won't get this. Well, here's my thing, and the reason why I ask, are you a true physical media collector, is because there's some people out there that are, but then there's some that are not, and they just, and I'm not gonna go as far as say they pretend they are, but they're not true to what a physical media collector is really all about. Now, there's people that gotta go to other resources for new releases, like eBay or um, Amazon. Now, Amazon, they're known for delivering movies that it doesn't matter if it's a steelbook or a slip. They're known for bringing in, that people have complained about Amazon and how they don't take care of the movies. They just throw them around and stuff. Well, that may be true, to an extent that is true. But I've never gotten it. Knock on wood, but I have not yet. I have yet to get an issue. I have yet had an issue about Amazon delivering my stuff and it's not in prestige condition. Here's the thing: if it has a little dent on the on the side of the slipcovers, I really don't care because that's not my main concern. My main concern is that it's playing. Now, if the disc is cracked, that's all I care about. That's enough to where, okay, I'm taking this back, and you're gonna ship me out a new one. Because if I hear always, and here's another thing, I always shake, and this is a thing that I do. I always shake the move, the actual boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like I shake it. I shake it first to make sure that the disc is not loose. Because if I shake it and if I hear the disc is loose, then I won't get it. You know what I mean? I won't get it because you never know. It could be cracked. You know what I'm saying? Or it could have just popped out in one of the trucks. You know what I'm saying? But if you out at Best Buy or Target or whatever, and you see slip covers that has a little scratch, has a couple of scratches, and it has like a couple of dents on the side, you don't need to spend 5-10 minutes telling your viewers or telling other people that you're not going to get it because not only you lose viewership, but it makes you look bad because it just makes you look like you're entitled to have these slipcovers in the most prestige condition as possible. And you're kind of sort of ruining the reputation of the major store that you're filming at. Whether it's Best Buy, whether it's Target, you're kind of sort of putting them down because it's a thing. They got warehouses. Okay, and this is where they pretty much get their movies from, basically. They have, but now, for instance, Best Buy does have a warehouse. You know what I'm saying? And there's warehouses for Walmart. There's warehouses for um Target or whatnot. But here's the thing though. You can't blame the workers at Best Buy. You can't blame them. Don't blame them. They're doing their jobs. What you want to blame is either the distributor who are making these slip covers, that could be them. But a lot of people don't think that way. They just say, "Oh, well, it's the workers." Then you making the workers look bad because now if the workers see it, and they see you at the store, they're gonna look at you funny. They're gonna look at you different because you are basically making them look bad. It's not necessarily the workers. Now, I've I have a home Best Buy, which that's up the street from my job. Okay. At times, sometimes they may not put the stuff out like that, but whenever I ask an employee, can you they will usually check in the back for me. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll check in the back and it comes out in prestige condition. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's bothering you that bad, you could ask the Best Buy employee, "Oh, do you have any more of these in the back? I don't exactly like the way it's." They gonna look at you funny, but I get you want things in prestige condition. Okay, me personally, I'm a physical media collector. I'm gonna be honest with you. I shop at secondary stores. I shop at places like Second and Charles. In the past, this replay, this traders, half price if I could find one. Books a million, whatever you want to call it. I buy used stuff, and the reason why I do that because I want to support the secondary stores. I want to keep them in business. So you're probably wondering, well, what's your definition? What makes you different? What makes you stand out? Well, what makes me stand out is the fact that, and this is why I asked this question: are you a true physical media collector? Please comment on the comment section below. What makes you true? What makes you unique from other people? And what makes me other unique from other people? What I just listed. I want to keep those in business that are, that are secondary stores. Like I said, now just because they are secondary stores, that don't mean that they don't have shit. Well, I came across plenty of movies that I've never even heard of. They're out of print. There's plenty of movies that I came across and I got it for cheaper there, but it's more on eBay or Amazon, or it's out of print. I've came across plenty of out of print stuff, and I'd rather keep those in business because when people say physical media is dying out, yeah, of course it's dying out because one, it's dying out mainly because of streaming. That's one reason why it's dying out. But isn't it's not necessary to say that because the reason why I say that is because you have plenty of boutique labels, Shout Factory, Vinegar Syndrome, Kino Lorber, um, Vinegar Syndrome um, partner labels, Lionsgate. They keep putting out physical media like crazy. They keep selling them. And now there's this new partner label that's in production. They're in production right now, and they have PM titles. Now, for those of you who don't know what PM titles are, PM titles, um, it was you know, movie studio PM, which that had low budget movies. You have movies like Cold Fire and Quiet Fire, Chance, LA Heat, LA Night, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? Deadly Bet, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? And you had those, you had them. You know what I'm saying? You had those movies. Now, they're finally getting Blu-ray love, and it's coming out pretty soon. You know what I mean? They just got 30 titles, and They're getting ready to do the transfers and stuff like that, and it would be on its way. It's on its way. I forget the name of the boutique label, but I mean, MVD Rewind, came out with plenty of good stuff. You know what I mean? So, me personally, and this is what I look for in a slipcover, if I get slipcovers at all. I have plenty of movies that has slipcovers, and I also collect steelbooks. Now, I have a good amount of steelbooks. I have a good amount of movies on 4K that has slips. Now, do I what what option do I have? What option? Well, if I had the option, I would kind of prefer slip covers, just because it looks really good. But if I have the option right there, right now, that I could buy movie that doesn't have a slip cover, I'll get it. You know what I mean? And some people, they don't want to spend full price for a movie without a slip cover, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, what's the difference? Because what makes what makes a slipcover good is that it does go up in value. You know what I'm saying? A non-slip cover, you have non-slip covers that also has value too. It's not even just the slip covers. The slip covers is extra, but you have movies. I have a couple movies that I don't have non-slip covers. They're out of print. And once they're out of print, they can go for some money. So the slipcover doesn't matter. But it's nice to have a slipcover because it just dresses it just dresses your collection real well. And plus, yes, it is a little bit easier to find, but it doesn't necessarily, it raises up the value, but to a degree it does. To some degree, depending on the movie. Now, those earlier shout factories that didn't come with slips, like Fear City, Disturbing Behavior, those are out of print. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, like slipcovers are great, but you don't need to go on ranting about how bad the slipcover is, even though it's now at this point you're just nitpicking. Now it's just too much nitpicking, and when you nitpick, you're not making yourself look good. So it's like you might as well just stop nitpicking, and you might as well at this point pick it up still. If it's not that bad to the point where, if it doesn't have like many dents, or if it has like a small dent, who cares? So what? So freaking what? Because at the end of the day, you're not going to get physical media anywhere. And the only thing you have to rely on is Amazon and eBay. That's the only thing you have to rely on. And then guess what? Amazon, I mean, will you get it on physical media day? Will you get it on new release day? Sometimes they postpone it. They delay it. You know what I'm saying? They delay it for a reason. There's reasons why they delay it. But it's just when you sit here and when you start to complain about it, to me, like, I kind of cringe when people complain that, oh, this on the side. Okay, well then don't get it. Don't complain about it for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Just don't get it. But comment on the comment section below. Are you a true physical media lover? Are you a true physical media collector, and what makes you stand out? Do you think slipcovers matter? And if it don't matter, then still comment on the comment section below. Now, slipcovers matter to me to a small degree, like I said, but I could do away without 'em. I could do away without slipcovers. I have Streets of Fire that doesn't have a slipcover. And I don't really care because I love the movie that much. Here's the thing: I love movies. Okay, I can't help it. You know, it's the sickness. It's the sickness in me. But at the end of the day, if a movie don't have a slipcover, I'm still gonna get it. I'm still gonna get it. And if they were to ever come out with a steel book, then I'll get the steel book. But here's the kicker. The kicker is I will part ways with the slipless slipcover. I will part ways with it. Now, there's certain movies that I have that's duplicate copies. I will part ways because I don't need 5 copies of John Wick. I don't need 5 exclusives of Fast and Furious. All I need is one. Because at the end of the day, I mean, when I get to watching them, I will get to watching it. Because at the end of the day, guess what? You have all the movies you need. So my point to you guys is some of these places, they're not going to sell physical media anymore. So instead of complaining about the amount of scratches that a slipcover has, appreciate right in the now that you can get them because there's other people out there that can't get them, that can't afford it right now. So appreciate what you have, appreciate what you can get, and if you can't get it now, you can always get it later. So with that being said, this is Mike from Mike's Movie Corner of Manson. I will see you guys in the next video.